Welcome back. In this video, we'll work on a few example queries that use the having clause to understand how it works. In our first example query, we want to find the IDs of the movies with more than 100 actors. How can we write this query? First things first, we are going to use the roles table, as this is the table that contains the information about movies and actors. Let's write first the query that returns the number of actors per movie ID. We write select movie ID, count actor ID as number of actors from roles group by movie ID. Now, this query counts the number of actor IDs per movie ID. We could have easily used count star as well, but I put down count actor ID to make it a little bit more explicit that we're counting actors. Now, in the results, for each movie ID, we get back the number of actors. So we get movie ID. So we get that movie 0 has 2 actors, movie 2 has 20 actors, movie 3 has 4 actors, and so on. So now let's say that we don't want to see movies that have less than 100 actors. Since the number of actors is the result of an aggregate function, we need to use the having to specify this condition. So we add having count actor ID greater than 100. This query will take a little bit of time, around 30 seconds, and after the time you'll see that we get the movies and the number of actors. If we want, we can even order by the number of actors by typing order by count actor ID descending, and alternatively we can even write order by number of actors descending, which uses the alias that we used in the select clause if you want to avoid repeating the aggregates. So you'll see that we have movie ID 20625 with 1274 actors on top, and then the rest of the movies. And if you see at the metadata, you'll see that we have 549 movies that have more than 100 actors. Now, let's do one more query. We want to find the first name of actors that appear more than 1,000 times. This information is in the actors table, so we write select from actors. And what we want to do, we want to count how many times a first name appears. So the grouping by attribute is going to be first name, and the aggregate function counts. So select first name, count star as CNT. You execute the query, and you'll see that we get now the frequency of each first name, and you'll see that we have quite a few names that are rather infrequent and appear just once. Now, what we want to do is we want to limit the results to only show us frequent first name, where frequent means that they appear more than 1,000 times in the database. There are more than 1,000 actors that have this first name. So we go now, this is an aggregate, we use the having clause, so we type having count star greater than 1,000. Now you'll see the results contain relatively more common names, A. Alex, Andrew, Anna, Anne, Anthony, Antonio, Barbara, Bill, Bob, Carlos, and so on. You will see that all of them appear more than 1,000 times. Finally, let's expand this query and specify that we want to count each name by gender as well. So we go to this query and we type select first name, gender, count star as CNT from actors, and I'm going to expand now the group by as well. So group by first name, gender. And we keep the condition having count star greater than 1,000. Now, the count star aggregate counts the frequency broken down by first name and gender. So notice also that the count star that we have in having counts the frequency of the more specific gender name group, which is typically less than the count that we had when we only use the first name as the grouping attribute. Now, this concludes our discussion on aggregates. We have seen how we can use aggregate functions, group by, and having. In the next and final part of this course, we are going to work on putting everything together, select where, joins, and aggregates, and we're going to examine a few more advanced concepts. So until then, play around and practice. See you next time.